Hey everyone, what's going on? Jamie Laszlo here, Sea of Tranquility, and it's the review crew. Well, it's the review two. You know, I got Pete Pardo with me. How you doing, Pete?
What's
We
going
are
on,
the
Pete?
two.
We are the
It was
two.
always the review crew, and then it was the review few. Now we're down to the review two. Pretty soon it'll just be review you, as in me, sitting here by myself. Where did everybody go?
Well, it's hard doing this, even though it's every other week. It's hard. I mean, you've had a good track record so far. I mean, generally speaking, you've been able to fill this show with plenty of people, episode in, episode out. It gets tough sometimes. I know.
Not everybody has new music all the time,
Yeah,
and not everybody's available. So yeah, it gets difficult. But
yeah,
I've been going on for over a year and a half,
yeah. Gotta love it, right?
how some
Right.
way.
Yeah, yeah. So
So, but these theme shows, like the one we're doing today, I like these theme shows because they're a little easier. For some reason, I find them easier. And I was going to do something. Well, first of all, the theme is rock candy. What else is new? You might be saying, oh, yet another rock candy. But you know what? I never got to talk about it. So,
correct.
damn it. Let me dive in. And
You
here's
can't
the
let
thing.
Grant and Brendan and me do all.
Yeah, I know you guys been jibber jabbing and everything, and I've been in the comments below. Well, here I am now up on the video.
There you go.
Um, but here's the thing. So since June, I got all my albums on Discogs, so I can see what I add and what date. And according to Discogs, since June 26, I have bought 48 Rock Candy CDs. That's a that's a lot for me. Plus everything else that I buy that's not rock candy, that's older, that's new. My goodness, I think I set a record in 1 month purchase wise. So I owned two already that I bought year and a half ago. So together I have 50, and I was going to run down all 50 real quick. I got two stacks here. And it's not 50. I'm not going to talk about each one individually and review each one. I mean, it's 50 albums, but it's only 28 bands. 29 of these albums I already owned on vinyl or another CD that I rebought. So I can group them together by band and talk about them real quick. And I was just going to fly down one stack, then fly down the next. But Pete, you want me to go first with my first stack, or you want to talk about what you got?
Well, I want you to go first, but let me just preface what I'm going to do today. So, of
Okay.
course, as Jamie mentioned before, I have shown a lot of my rock candy acquisitions over the last bunch of months on various shows here on the channel, right? So when we talked about doing this, I was kind of like, God, I feel like I've already shown most of this stuff. However, there are things that maybe I haven't shown that I've had for a while, or maybe things that I've gotten very, very recently, or rock candy releases that I've shown in like ranking the album shows, but they weren't part of a rock candy show that we did on whatever show we did. So I was able to grab a bunch of things that, maybe you haven't seen from me before, or maybe you have, but I didn't like specify that it was rock candy. So I'm trying not to like duplicate what I've already done, but you may see some stuff here you've already seen from me in recent months, but I'm going to try and keep it to a minimum. So I'll let Jamie go first and he can go through his.
Well, and a lot of people might be saying, I don't get it. What is the infatuation with this rock candy label? Why do you guys keep buying it? Why do you guys keep talking about it? Well, here's the thing. First of all, they sound great. So even if you own the album on an old CD, you buy the rock candy version and it just pops. Sounds great. One of these albums popped for me, and I heard the album 1,000 times, and it was like listening to it for the first time, and that's what really got me going because now I'm chasing the buzz. I want something else to do that, to me. Oh, like listening to that one for the first time too. Um, but it's like kind of for me, it's like going back in time a little bit. You know that thrill you used to get when you go to the record store and you'd buy a an album and it was like the only one you're going to buy for maybe 2 or 3 weeks and you had that the album was special. It wasn't like you were getting an album dropped off by Amazon tomorrow and another one and another one. You had that one. And there was a lot of albums you skipped back then, like the Sammy Hagar for You. Now it's like kind of getting a time machine. You're going back in time and now you're getting all the music from that era and it's like you're filling in the gaps in your collection. It's like and then you're discovering these older bands that you never even heard of from that era. So it's kind of like going back in time, going into the record store, coming across this 80s band that was like new at the time and going, "Ooh, what's that? Let me see what that sounds like." And kind of makes you feel like you're 13, 14 discovering music in the 80s again, a little bit. I don't know if that makes sense, but I tried my best.
No, it totally makes sense. And I think, for all of us collectors that are cursed, in other words, the curse of the collector, because we all are, um, not only do are you able with this label to discover these bands that maybe you never heard of before, or that you saw mentioned, or you remember your buddy had the album and you maybe
Yeah,
never listened to it, right? Or maybe you've got an old original CD pressing from that band or that album that's got no booklet or very little, and it just doesn't sound all that great. Now all of a sudden you got these wonderful discs that are they're packaged great. They all have the similar spine, right? You got that very,
yeah,
very noticeable little, I call it the red skull, even though the skull is
yeah.
not red, but it's a red background. You get the back has got, the track listing and this great little mini essay there. You got the hype sticker, which is on pretty much all of them. And then you get like a 15 or 20-page booklet that basically tells you everything you ever wanted to know about this band that you never knew jack shit about to begin with, right?
They
There's,
might have released one album. You get 16 pages and
yes,
photographs on this nobody band.
right. And it's just like, it's awesome, right? And granted, I have seen plenty of people who do not agree that these sound great, because to some people, because they call them, they're brick walled a little bit, or they just raise the levels and whatever. But I think these sound great. I don't have an issue. I'm not an audiophile. It's like
No,
if I pop it in to one of my CD players or in my car or something like that, and it sounds big and bright and ballsy, I'm okay with that. I'm
right.
totally okay with that. So
Yes.
yeah, for me, these are really, really cool. And what's amazing is that I bought Rock Candy reissues kind of for years, but haphazardly, and
Yeah.
never really thought much about it other than like, oh, these are pretty cool, whatever. But I never really researched that much more into it until like what, earlier this year, and then all of a sudden it's just like
Yeah.
exploded.
Yeah.
Just
And the covers, the actual album covers, they're brighter. The colors pop more. It's
yeah.
kind of like eye candy,
Oh
a
yeah.
little bit eye candy of with the rock candy. So, yeah. Well, I got it all in alphabetical order. So let me just fly through my first stack here. All right. So here's the second stack. We'll get through this, guys. Don't worry. And here's the first stack. Like I said, only 28 bands. So I was watching uh Grant Grant Arthur and his listening party, and he was with Brendan Schneider, and they were doing pump rock, I believe, a few weeks ago, and they played this band. I never heard of them. And of course, they're on Rock Candy. So as you're watching the listening party, you go on Amazon to see if it's available, and there it is. So this band is called Alpha Santori.
Oh yeah.
Do you know this band?
Well, yes, I have the prior CD issue of that. I was very tempted to get the Rock Candy, but there's really nothing different. I have all the bonus tracks, a nice
Okay.
booklet on mine. That's an amazing album.
This is really good.
Yeah.
Um, it's kind of like if Bay City Rollers rocked more. Some of the songs, I think. It sounds of its time, which is I love how they always have the year the original album came out in the same spot in the back for every album.
Oh yeah,
So you
yeah.
don't have to
Very
go
consistent.
searching for the original
I'm gonna
year.
grab I'm gonna grab my CD copy while you're talking because I want to.
1977 original, and then right next to it, it'll have the reissue 2018. So if you like, you know, pop, rock, a little bit of hard rock involved, big hooks, that 70s production values. There's one song on here called You Shot Me Down, has a southern rock vibe.
Yes.
And the dude sounds like Danny Joe Brown in parts from Molly Hatchet. He's got that gargle and bump, bump, yeah, kind of thing working. So
So
yeah.
now that I'm looking at mine, I'm thinking, do me a favor, open up your booklet. I'm thinking I'm probably missing
Jeez.
out here.
We ain't gonna fly through this stack.
You can blame me on this one. You can blame me.
All
Um,
right. The next band I'm going to talk about for a second because we're going to rank their albums. Sometimes it's hard to get these out. And I will say another thing. You do not want to crack the jewel case in front because you can't replace it because of that sticker.
that's right.
Once it's cracked, it's cracked.
Yep.
So here's the book. You know, here's your
Yep.
photographs on
All the
this nobody
photographs that
band.
I have, oh, live stuff. Oh, there you go.
Uh-oh, Pete's going to be ordering this after the show.
Yeah. Now, let me, is there 8 tracks on yours or is there more?
There are just 8 tracks.
Okay,
A
so
lot of these are short albums, which is
yeah,
great because you can just fly through like a bunch of them in a day listening to them. 33 minutes to 42 minutes an album.
yeah. All right. Well,
So,
I'll have to think about that.
you got your copy.
Yeah, I don't really need to get the rock
There's probably other bands you need to get on this label.
Yes, no, there is. I need to order those couple of white lions. That'll be my next purchase.
Pete and I are going to be ranking the albums of this band, so I'm not going to talk about it much. But this is a band that they're stupid, but they're fun. All right. And I was always rooting for them as a kid. I don't know why. Autograph. I got the three Autograph albums, and they didn't change the world or anything, but they had some fun summertime
I
songs.
bought those as well, and they're very good. I had
Yeah.
I had their big hit album on cassette back in the day.
Yes.
Yeah, very solid band. Much more than the singles that, Turn Up the
Yeah.
Radio is fun, but they have better songs.
And they were considered metal back in the day. They're barely metal now that you when you listen to
That
them.
Steve Lynch, pretty hot guitar player though. He's
Yeah.
really good, really good.
Axe. Ever listen to Axe, Pete?
Oh yeah, I have those. I ranked the X catalog not long ago.
There you go. Axe. I got Axe.
That
This
band
is
is really good, really good.
yeah, this is fun AOR. They're not as heavy as the covers make them seem
No,
to be, or their
they
band
rock.
name.
They rock, and they
They
they're
rock, but they're not like heavy, heavy.
no,
They're
they
I will
border
say
on southern rock in spots almost. Well, they are from Florida, right? So yeah, it's
there are some covers that I noticed throughout these albums that are unnecessary.
yeah.
Unnecessary covers. Kind of like live albums from the 70s, unnecessary covers. This one has I Can't Help Myself. Sugar Pie, Honey, not needed.
Yeah.
Not needed. And I'm going to talk about some other covers on other ones. Pete, you sent me this one, a link, Bullseye on Target, because Treat Me Right's on here, the Pat Benatar song. And this came out before her version.
Yep.
So I was like, God damn it, I got to buy this one now just to have that version of a Pat Benatar song. It's not bad. And I'll tell you what, if you want to hear a really great song off this album, and first of all, what do they sound like? They sound like how they look. See the keyboard there and the white suit and everything. They sound like how they look. Um, Poppy, Rocky, Moonwalk.
Kind of like the
Listen to
babies,
Moonwalk.
like the
Great
babies,
song.
right? It's like the babies, sort of that sort of
Yeah, I like the babies. Yeah.
very good album.
Um, yeah. What's interesting is Treat Me Right on here is written by D. Lum. I can't see. It's darker in here than what it looks. D. La Baja on here. But on here, the Pat Benatar one, they add Pat Benatar's name to the writing credits. What does she add to it? I don't know.
That's bizarre.
Maybe changed he to she or she to he to fit her singing approach because she's a woman, and then they said give her a writing credit. I don't know. Pete, I don't think you ever got in this band, Circus Power.
No, no, I saw them live back in the day, but they didn't really do much for me.
This one, their first one, little sleaze rock, sleaze metal type thing going on from New York City. They kind of sound like they're from LA, but they're from New York. And you can kind of hear the New York in their music. Sleaze rock. This one I reviewed on the review crew when we talked about 1990. Been listening to this album since 1990. Love it. It's kind of like a dirty cult album. Really love that one. So I recommend Circus Power to anyone out there that likes the cult. Pete, I was just as surprised by this one as you. I bought this right at the end of July, and I played it quite a bit. And I'm not even a Survivor fan.
That album, I've been listening to that at the gym all week. That album kicks ass.
This has Jimmy Jameson from Survivor on there, and I'm not a fan of him in Survivor, but on here, it works. It works.
Yeah.
Company of Wolves. Do you like bluesy hard rock?
I do. I haven't gotten that though, but yeah, I do.
Yeah, I remember when this came out when I worked at a record store
I remember too.
and we would play it in the store, but I never bought it. Well, it's like going back in time and getting that one. Bluesy hard rock. They didn't change the world. Got my Dawkins. Got to have the Dawkins. I'm thinking about getting Breaking the Chains. I didn't get it yet, but these sound great. At the beginning of Unchained Night, when I put that on, when I turn that new CD player up, dong! It's like being like Quasimodo is banging the bell right in front of you, and you're in the tower with him. Dong! Sounds great. The Dawkins sound great. Got the fast ways, Pete.
Yeah, those are amazing. Yeah.
And believe it or not, I
Did you
have
did
seen David King live, but with Flogging Molly.
oh, there you go. There you go. So
It was
you
a
didn't get
fun
you
show.
didn't get Trick or Treat because that's on Rock Candy as well.
You know what? I streamed it, and I was like, eh.
It's pretty good. It's
Nah.
got some good songs on it.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. I just never pulled the trigger on there. I
Well,
like these
you
two.
have the two you need to have. I mean, that's
Yeah, yeah. This is like more, I think this one's a little bit more commercial than this one,
a little bit,
sounding
but it's
production
held up
wise.
really well. Back in the day, we all thought All Fired Up was kind of not as good, not nearly as good as the debut. But I'm finding lately I've been listening to that second album a lot. It's actually really
This
good.
came out when I was in eighth grade. All the like the badass kids like this
Yeah,
album, you know.
it's a
It's
classic.
always like the badass kids out in the corner of the playground, like smoking cigarettes, who like that album
Oh yeah,
at
yeah,
13.
yeah.
I one of these I recently got. Both of these I have on vinyl. One I recently got, Gamma One. This one I got a couple years ago. I have three coming tomorrow. I like these albums. I like them better than the Montrose albums. I don't know. Is that weird to say?
Well, I mean, I don't like any of them more than the first Montrose album, but you could
I
make
like
the
them better
argument.
than the first Montrose album.
Really, I that I don't agree with, but I could totally understand anybody liking the Gamma albums more than the other Montrose albums.
Right, 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 right.
Yeah, I have the original I think it was Polygram or Mercury CD issues of those Gammas. Is there any bonus tracks on the Rock Candy ones? Notice how I'm sitting here looking for an excuse to get the Rock Candy versions, right?
No, no. I wish they all had bonus
At
tracks.
least something, right?
Yeah. Oh, here, another one. Something in the Air by Thunderclap Newman. Unnecessary cover.
Yeah.
Unnecessary. This band, I always loved the cover since I was a, teenager. Helix. So I took a dive into Helix. This is some of the most simple music I own. They are very bare bones on their approach to songs. If you know the song, the only one I really knew was Rock You.
Oh
We're
yeah.
gonna rock you. Such a very simple, structured song, playing wise and everything. Give us an R, R, give us an
Oh,
O. Yeah,
gee.
I thought maybe that was just one simple song they released as a single. They're all pretty much that simple.
Yeah,
But
fun band
it's
though.
okay.
I bought those too. Yeah, I have those.
Yeah, it's kind of like beer guzzling music where you don't have to think much and just sit back and kind of honeymoon suite. Pete, I had I've been playing Feel It Again all summer. I downloaded that one song from Amazon. I put it on a mix CD. I called the mix CD Feel It Again, and I put all like deep tracks from the 80s on there from different bands that most people forget about, and that was one of the songs, and we played it all summer on the deck. I'm like, I'm gonna get the damn CD. Honeymoon Suite. They're a good band. They get new wavy in parts, you know.
In spots, yeah, in spots.
Yeah, yeah. They're not really heavy band. They go back and forth from like a little heavy to new wavy.
Feel It Again is one of the great songs of the 80s. I also
Yeah,
listened to it
yeah.
all summer
Even
long.
even my wife is rocking out to that one when I play it.
Yeah, it's a great song.
This one's supposed to suck, Ian Hunter, Overnight Angels. I mean, it gets panned by critics and fans alike. I don't think it's that bad. Let's see, what year did this come out? 1977. I think it sounds like Ian Hunter, like an Ian Hunter album. Icon. Finally got me some Icon after all these years. You know, they're very metallic. That's what they look like there. They get on the edge of like glam metal, but not quite. You wouldn't think they look that glammy when you
Right.
listen to the music.
Yeah, the album is heavier than the way they look. Yeah.
Yeah, it's heavier than the way they look.
And
They
then
have the
the second album actually sounds like what they look like on here.
okay.
But this
So
is great songs. I kind of prefer the second album a little bit more. It's just
it's
better.
on my to get list.
Yeah, it's just great. It's a great melodic rock AOR album. It really is just so good. Songs are amazing.
All right, and as some people may know, hold on. I am from Pittsburgh. Sadly, Pittsburgh has no music scene in my lifetime. Like there's no you never say, "Oh, remember, oh yeah, all those that Pittsburgh rock sound." I mean, Philly's got its thing with like soul music and New York and LA and Chicago. They all got Pittsburgh's got nothing. I Googled Pittsburgh musical artists today, Christina Aguilera. That's it. That's all we got. And I looked at all the other bands. I'm like, don't know that one, don't know one. I kind of know that one. Donnie Harris is all we go. Rusted Root, if you remember Rusted Root.
Oh yeah.
They're from Pittsburgh. So it's slim pickings. So I got the Donnie Harris CDs. My dad graduated with them in Elwood City High. And in 2000 something something, he actually, what, 2006, he actually released an album called Elwood City. So if you don't know much about Donnie Harris, he sang Aaliyah, which is, did they play Aaliyah out there in classic rock radio by
Here
you?
in Poughkeepsie, the local rock radio station played Aaliyah and Love Is Like a Rock all the
There
time.
you go.
But I
So
don't
this one
know
has
anything else.
Aaliyah.
I don't know anything else by him.
This one has Aaliyah. This one has Love is Like a Rock. Those are your two go-tos. This one's not bad. The High and the Mighty. And the High and the Mighty, the title track is very metallic, like his heaviest song ever. And then Fortune 410, he tried to have he was on MTV. I remember the video, Do You Compute? This one's a little bit new wavy, but still has that rock and roll Donnie Iris thing going. He would do like some 50s style music and then go into AOR, then go into new wave. He's right all in that spectrum right there. And that's my first stack.
Wow.
See, it didn't take long.
No. I've been wondering whether it's worth getting those Donny Irises, or am I going to be like, I'll buy them and I'll be like, yeah, the only two songs that I like are the two that I remember, you know?
I think if you like those two songs, that you will like 75% of all these albums,
Really?
at
Okay, so it's
least.
probably worth it if I can get them for a decent price. Okay. I've thought about it many times.
Pull the trigger on one and see what you think.
And see what I think. Yeah, yeah. That's probably the first one is probably the one worth getting. So, all right, cool. All right, so like I said, I'm trying not to pick stuff that I've shown quite a bit in recent months, but I'm going to show this first, and these are not in any order or anything like that. I actually have both of these on the regular CD versions, but we have a ranking coming up this weekend, and I like both of these a lot, and I've heard from people that the Rock Candy versions are great. So I got the first Trillion with that amazing cover and the second Trillion Clear Approach. Great pomp rock band, really awesome. They only did the two albums originally, then they did a third one years and years later, like an EP. We're going to be covering those this weekend. Next up, another band that a ranking show is in the works a little bit further down the line this year, but we're going to be doing it. Vicious Rumors. So I picked up their self-titled Vicious Rumors album, and the other one they've released is Welcome to the Ball. So both really cool. This band has a lot of albums that just came out with a brand new one that I just reviewed, what, yesterday? So go check that out. Here's something I'm pretty sure I've never shown, or maybe I did back when I did the ranking show on them years ago, but this was before I really got into my rock candy craze. In fact, I had to go double check to see that I even had the rock candy versions. Southern rock band Doc Holliday. These
Oh,
albums are great. So here's the self-titled debut, and these were on, I guess they were on Epic Records, I believe. That was Epic or Arista, I don't remember. And then their second album, Doc Holliday Rides Again. And if you like hard charging but very melodic Southern rock, kind of think like maybe, oh, they're heavier than 38 Special. They're probably not quite as heavy as Blackfoot. Somewhere in that Blackfoot Molly Hatchet 38 Special, throw them all together, mix them up, a little bit of Skinnerd. That's what you get. Great guitars, great vocals, very memorable songs.
did
Highly
you get the
recommend them.
Blackfoot? reissues on Rock Candy?
No, no, I have not. I think do I have I don't think I have any of them. No, I've because I've had the Blackfoot album CDs forever. So I was like, I went and looked. I'm like, do I pull the trigger on these? So I haven't. Here's a band that Grant and I ranked the catalog months ago, maybe even last year, and Rock Candy has reissued three of their albums, and that's the band Roadmaster, another kind of like Midwest kind of hard rock, pop rock band, sort of. So Hey World is one of them, and the other one is Fortress. I love these unknown bands and Sweet Music. Love that album cover.
Wow.
Yeah. So again, I believe they had four records. The very I think was the first one was on a different label, and so they didn't get rights to do that. But these are the
When did you
three.
find out about that band? Just recently?
Like a year ago. Yeah, and it was one of those things where I was like, I think it was on YouTube, and I was looking at something, and then you get the recommendations, and I'm like, you might like this band Roadmaster.
Right.
I'm like, okay, I clicked on it, and I'm like, oh, a late 70s, early 80s band from I think they're from Kansas or something like that. So I was like, and they're really good, really good. This is a great album. Kick Axe Vices. Really, really good stuff. Just a great metal band. Honestly, I don't think I've heard any of their other albums, but this is the debut, and it's Canadian band. Really, really good stuff. And then my last for this round, again, if you saw my ranking, you've seen these, but Grand Prix. Very good, kind of like melodic rock, pop rock band from the UK, featuring on their very first album, which is this one, Bernie Shaw and Phil Lanzon, who are now, of course, in Uriah Heep. And Bernie left the band, and of course, joining up was Robin McCauley on vocals, and he's on their next two albums, and he's on here, and there is Robin right there. Really, really good stuff. Really good band. You might remember their big song was Shout. I don't know about big, but it was played on rock radio here. That was like really their only hit. But so yeah, that's my first bunch.
All right. Well, let me get my second stack over here. This is a guy, and or these CDs I don't think you own, but I think you'd like his second album, and that is Steve Jones. He was in the Sex Pistols, but then he did this solo album, which is a little alternative rocky. What year did this come out? 87. So it's got that 87 post-punk feel to it a little bit. But then he did Fire and Gasoline, which is just like a sleaze metal album. And this is really cool. I've been listening to this since it came out. We got the promo in National Record Mart in Pittsburgh in 1990, and I've been listening to it ever since. That's why I keep my originals, Pete, because I've had the original CD. I bought that at my place of work, National Record Mart. Just because I got this, I'm not getting rid of that. That and me has a story together. I'm not getting rid of the
Yeah,
story for
I get
that. But yeah. Oh, Suffragette City is the cover on here that's not really needed. However, it's a bonus track at the end. So it's I don't mind it when it's the bonus track. And it's not a bonus track just for this reissue. It was on the original too. So it's not really maybe it wasn't on the vinyl and they put it on the CD and it wasn't on the cassette. I don't know what makes it a bonus track. All right, going to my t-shirt. This is a band you need to rediscover, I think, Pete,
I
and
know.
give another try. There's my Crocus collections.
And they
Uh,
released all of those. Wow. Okay.
yeah, yeah.
So
Here's
I
a
had a bunch of those on vinyl back in the day, but I just never replaced them.
this is the one I listened to when I first got it, and it was like, wow, it's like listening to it for the first time. This started the buzz chase for me. And then a lot of people hate the Blitz because it's too poppy or too hair metal-y. I like the Blitz. Ballroom Blitz is on here as a cover. However, I didn't know it was a cover when this album came out when I was a kid. So to me, it's like a Crocus song. Uh, I think Our Love, the ballad on this, 10 out of 10 when it comes to cheesy hard rock 80s ballads. I think you'd like these. I think you would like One Vice at a Time.
I had that back in the day. Yeah.
Yeah, again, cover. I never liked that they did American Woman as a cover because then they do it on live albums and
Yeah,
unnecessary.
but you know what? That got them a lot of attention. It's
Yeah, yeah. And the other two are real good, Metal Rendezvous and Hardware.
hardware. Yeah.
What I think they need to re-release is this one from '87, Heart Attack.
Yeah,
Get
don't
on the
never
ball.
get that one.
That's another show that would be fun to do. The wish list of what we would like them to reissue. Like a lot of like the Junkyard albums, I think would be really cool.
Yeah,
This,
I'm gonna need to get those crocuses. I've decided I will
yeah,
give in to that
at
finally.
least get Headhunter and
Well, yeah, I mean the early ones are good. Because I remember
Rise
the
of the Con.
one I forget the name, the commercial sounding one. I remember I bought that on vinyl back in the day. I was like, oh, this sucks, and then I was like, I never listened to them again.
I
So
like the
yeah,
Blitz.
it's probably not as bad as I remember it.
I got Get Lucky by Loverboy.
Yeah, that's another band. I'm gonna get some of them too.
I bought this and I bought it on a whim. I was like, man, I remember almost buying this 10,000 times as a kid, so I'll just buy it now. And remember when you were a kid and you're like, when I'm an adult and I'm making my own money and I'm getting paychecks, I'm gonna buy albums all the time. Yeah, that's exactly what happened, little Laszlo. You were right. That's exactly what I'm doing, dude.
That's right.
High five. So I went back and got this one. Hey, about time, right? So, yeah, I got it. But you know what? Then I listened to it and I said, my greatest hits is probably all what I ever needed after listening to it. This is
I have that
probably all I
exact same.
needed.
That's what I have. So I'm like, I've had
Yeah,
for
it's
years.
that's about that'll do it.
Yeah,
Whatever. We tried, little Laszlo. King Cobra. I got the King Cobra.
yeah.
Fun songs on here. I think it's big, fun party atmosphere, glammy metal music. I like it. The second album, not so much. The second album goes a little bit too much into the deep end of cheesiness. The Night Rangers, got the Night Rangers, own both of these. As a kid, have them on vinyl. Now, had them on cassette. These are their two best albums. Do I need do I need Seven
I would love
Wishes?
Seven Wishes. I would love Seven Wishes.
Yeah, maybe. I got it on vinyl. I had it on cassette as a kid. I think I would stop there. Big Life, I'm not sure if I need Big Life
I
at
think the
first if they
first
re
three are
and
reissued.
then you're done. Yeah, for me.
Not that I
Tim
don't,
Derling would
but
not agree with that. I remember buying Man in Motion in '89, and I was like,
I
this
like
ain't
Man in
good.
Motion, but it's not the
I
first.
remember it being a little bland.
Yeah, yeah, it's got some good tracks though.
All right, it's been 40 years. I got the three Aldenovas.
Yeah,
Pete, for all of the 80s and 90s, I thought Aldenova was the name of the band and not the name of the guy. I did not know that. I I like the first one. The second one gets a little proggy. The third one goes heavy on the cheese. It, it, by the time it's over, you're like, yeah, I had enough of that. But it's fun for a while. Big hooks, you know. Look at that cover,
oh
like
yeah.
some Miami Vice type stuff going on there with the big hair too.
I have the first album on CD. I believe it's the original CD issue. I thought about the second one because I always kind of like that album. I may pull the trigger on those as well.
You know what's amazing too in the book on some of these albums? They'll talk about why it sucks. They will. Like this one. Most of the book is Aldo Nova talking about why he hates this album. The Blitz, when you read that book, it's about why the fans hated it and why the band didn't like it. And you're like, why did I fucking buy it then? Um, it's weird like that. This album we're gonna disagree on. What's your favorite Outlaws album, Pete? First one?
Oh, maybe Hurry Send Down, maybe Ghost Riders in the Sky.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
What's your least favorite?
Oh, least favorites? I don't know, man. I like all the others. I mean, I like that album. It's not one of my favorites, but I like it. Yeah.
It's my favorite Outlaws album. I know it doesn't have the screaming guitars or anything
Well,
like that, but my goodness, I it's got One Last Ride, Soldiers of Fortune, The Night Cries, The Outlaw, Cold Harbor, which is just a cool laid back Southern rock song, Lady Luck. I like all those songs. I understand it's got the 80s production and everything, but the songs just
didn't Rock Candy also reissue their Playing to Win album?
they may have.
Because I thought I remember seeing that. I will tell you the CD that I have for Playing to Win sounds like shit.
Dude, I got it too. It's like all distorted.
Yeah.
Yeah, like someone punched a hole in the
It's like
speaker.
it's two albums on one.
Hmm.
Yeah, it sounds
Yeah, it's that, and I have it right over there. Two albums on one, and it's all distorted,
keep
unlistenable.
going. I'll grab it because yeah, it's
Yeah,
not good at
it's
all.
amazing that they would release that without. I mean, I got it too. Let's see who can find it first. Oh, 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 oh.
So
This
these
is
were released on Magic Records. So this is what I have. So it's In the Eye of the Storm and Hurry Sundown. Okay.
okay.
And then the other
That's
one is
interesting.
Plan to Win with Ghost Riders in the Sky.
Yes, I have that. This doesn't sound too bad. It's this thing that I
Oh,
could just
I have Los Hombres Mal. Yeah, I have that as well. That also sounds like crap.
unlistenable.
Yeah. Yeah, these are all on the same label. They're all on Magic Records. This is what I have. It sounds like absolute dog shit. All these do
Yeah,
not sound good at all. But like,
like static on a radio
oh
almost.
yeah, it's horrible. They're very distorted, and I don't know. I don't know. Uh, maybe I should get some of these Rock Candy ones because these are no good at all.
I don't know if they have like Eye in the Storm on Rock Candy or not.
Yeah, I
Something
don't
to
know. I don't
investigate.
know. And my Soldiers of Fortune was the Wounded Bird reissue, which a lot of times you'll see these reissues will pop out on one of the labels and then they'll come out on Rock Candy. So those.
This one I got a couple years ago, Praying Mantis. Time
Oh
tells
yeah, I
nobody.
have that. I have that one. Yeah, I forgot about
I
that.
love that cover.
I've had that for ages. Yeah, that's a great album. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's a fun album. Again, not, new wave of British heavy metal, but again, not that heavy.
No, no,
Not that heavy. I Little Laszlo, look what I got on CD. You know,
I have that too. Yeah.
yeah, it was just such a big deal back then.
No.
First heavy metal album never hit number one, which is, and I'm listening to it. I'm like, yeah, some of these songs are great. Some are not. Some didn't hold up. But this has bonus track, Danger Zone, not the Top Gun song. No, it's not bad, Danger Zone.
It's
Should
okay.
have been on the album. But then you get previously Japan only 12-inch live Riot EP. Sounds good. Um, Even like Love's a Bitch and Let's Get Crazy on there. Slick Black Cadillac I like. And Mental Health. Those are the four live songs. Sounds good. So it's worth having for that. This is what I wish all of them had, like a little extra live things on every single one. But so I ordered one CD and they sent me one by mistake. And I kept it. I was like, because I was thinking about it anyways. And that is Every Dog Has Its Day by Salty Dog.
I
Worked
see. Yeah.
I worked at National Record Mart and we got this in as a promo and we would play it. And I remember liking it and I haven't heard it since. I was like, I remember those vocals though. I remember going, ugh. So I kept it, put it in, and yeah, at times those vocals will, peel the paint off your walls. Kind of like uh, uh, Janis Joplin when she really starts. It's kind of like that at times. The songs are bluesy, they're good, and when he keeps his voice down to a register, which he does for majority of the time, it's good. Sometimes it goes whoo, like on a chalkboard, like that Helix cover every once in a while. Pete, this is the band you need to get into. This is an album you need to get into. I've been preaching this for a while. Tangier, Four Winds.
Oh yeah, you have mentioned that. Yep.
Yeah, this is great. I remember when it came out and the song On the Line got played on the radio. I assumed it was New Whitesnake at the time. I'm like, oh, that's New Whitesnake, right? He sounds very much like David Coverdale. It's bluesy. You're not going to get flashy guitar playing. You're going to it's kind of like Whitesnake meets Great White a little bit. He's got that lower register voice, which I like in this kind of genre. I would like this is like they did an independent album. This was their second album on a major release, and then they got a new lead singer and they released this, which isn't as good as this. I've been listening to this since it's came out, and it's kind of glammy. So it's one I in my top favorite glam albums of all time. If you consider that glam, it's top 10. Got the yesterday and today's like most people.
Oh yeah. Yep. Those are great.
I'm talking about voices. I love Dave's voice from that era too. He's one of my favorite male vocalists, maybe of all time. I love his guitar playing. Here, it's kind of blending into the 70s scene. They're kind of when they're a different band when they're
Oh
yesterday.
yeah, yeah.
Their songwritings from that era, his singing styles from that era. The rocking, the guitar playing is great. The guitar tone is great, but you just, if they would have stopped here, they would have just been another one of those bands that got totally forgotten about in the mix of 70s hard rock. So I'm thinking about getting the Earth Shaker and the other ones, A&M.
I
But
have
see,
all
I have
those.
this.
I have all those. Yeah, they're really good.
And I don't know how much better this sucks because some of the albums get broken up.
I hate that.
Starts on CD 2 and then ends on CD 3. I
Yeah,
hate that.
yeah.
So I was thinking of getting Mean Streak and the other ones, but it-
They're worth
and
having. They're worth having.
Y to Z. There you go. That I don't like high voices very often, but I like Randy Jackson. I like his I like when it's kind of like a Geddy Lee. I don't like high voices, but I like Geddy Lee. The first one, I mean, what do you this is one of those first bands that I ever listened to. There's bands that I just like King's X. What are they? Queens of the Stone Age. What are they? Zebra. What are they? They go from hair metally songs to proggy songs to like a 50s rock and roll type song to poppy songs with layered keyboards. What are they? They always got labeled as metal back in the day,
They're
but
not a
they're
metal band,
they're not really a metal band, are they?
but they're
But
not
they
really a
got
prog. They're not really a prog band either. They have
I
tin.
don't know what they are, but the
No.
first one, super great. I mean, Who's Behind the Door is just one of those best 80s rock band rock songs ever. The second one is really good. Uh, yeah, I was just listening to this today. The third one, it gets starts to get a little lushy with the keyboards, but still pretty good. But the first two, yeah, you can't get wrong with that shit.
Yeah, I love all three of them, and I really think that my rock candy craze, like this year, started when I picked these up when Lynn Versace and I were going to do the ranking of this band.
Right.
I was like, because I never owned these. I had like a greatest hit set from them, and I'm like, I need to go get these, and I was like, and I went and tracked them down. And I listened to nothing but Zebra for like 2 months straight. And that got me like saying, because I love so much in the booklets. They sound great. I'm like, I should start getting some more of this stuff. Here we
Yeah.
are, all these months later. It's like, oops.
I had No Telling Lies on cassette when I was a kid. And I think I was filling out the 12 cassettes for a penny thing. And I was desperate for something and I put it in there. And I remember not liking it because at the time, it wasn't what I was looking for. I was like, this isn't metal. This isn't, what is this? Get it out of here. And then you grow up and they just grow on you.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
That was your last ones? Okay. All
That
right.
was it. Z. That's it.
All right, cool. Let
They
me.
didn't release any ZZ Top, so
No, they did not. They did not. All right, so again, you probably folks probably have seen these, but when we did the Coney Hatch album ranking a couple months ago, I picked up the Rock Candy Coney Hatch releases. So there we have.
see, that's a band I need to get into.
Yeah, these are good. I had never listened to this band before, and I remember seeing them live open up for Maiden back in the day, and just never bought any of this.
Canadian?
Yeah, Canadian band, really good. Friction, excellent album. In fact, I'm trying to remember which one was. I think the debut I ranked as my number one. And then their Out of Hand, which is their second album, is really, really good too. There's just great meat and potatoes Canadian hard rock. I mean, very
Yeah.
well produced, memorable songs, great vocals, really, really
Do,
good.
do you sample these on YouTube before you buy them, or do you go like old school, taking the chance? Fuck it.
I generally try to listen to them first, but sometimes I just take a chance if someone I know and I trust tells me they're great. So,
Okay.
but I have sampled these beforehand just to make sure it's something I like. The band Balance, total AOR melodic rock stuff. Great, great stuff featuring, of course, Bob Kulick on guitar. There he is right in the middle, the late, great Bob Kulick. That's their first album, and this is their second album. Strong, enjoyable stuff, really great songs. They Rock Candy reissued more of their catalog, but I only have Narita by Riot. Probably should get the other ones, but
Yeah, I got the first album on vinyl. I should, God damn it.
no, it's
Looks
crazy.
like I'm going to buy another 48 in the next 6 weeks.
It's crazy. It's crazy. All right, one of the bands that again, this may be the first band I like really started to buy these reissues because for an album ranking like 3, 4 years ago. I don't even remember how long ago, and that was Survivor. So they reissued a bunch of the Survivor albums. I have five of them. I don't think there's any more. I think those are all of them. But here's when seconds count, and then we've got Eye of the Tiger, of course.
How is the rest of that album, Eye of the Tiger? Is it different than when, I mean, does it rock a little harder than
Rocks,
the
yeah,
ones that came after?
there's good rock and stuff on all of these. Yeah, yeah, that's
Okay.
why it's good. It's just good melodic rock stuff. I like Survivor. Here's the debut. Debut you'd probably really like that. That rocks quite a bit. And also got Premonition. And I kind of like this album here. This is Caught in the Game. I love the title track. Caught in the Game is so good. Great stuff there. Here's one that I bought because Martin Papa, ironically, does not have a hype sticker. This is Love Hate, Wasted in America. Good
Ah,
early
yeah.
90s kind of sleazy Guns N' Roses, but kind of really technical and proggy. The guitar playing is off the charts good. Very good album, very strong album. Here's another one without a hype sticker. This is Dangerous Attraction by Lion, featuring
You
Doug
didn't cut
Aldrich.
the hype sticker off the shrink wrap and stick it in there?
No, I don't even remember. I may have bought it used, and
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know. I just don't remember it. Again, I've
But
had this.
sometimes they put it on the shrink wrap and not on the case.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't tell you, Jamie, because I've had this. Well, this came out in 2021. I don't even remember, to be honest with you. But Doug Aldrich on guitar, from of course Dio and Whitesnake, and now in Dead Daisies, right? Sammy Hagar. We've got All Night Long. And I just bought, hold on, I haven't listened to it yet, so I haven't even put it here, but I just got Street Machine.
I
And
have it on
I think
vinyl.
they did another one, but I do not have that and I couldn't find it. So, but this is a really good live album, really good stuff there. And
Do you
then
think
last,
Rock Candy knows we exist and we're doing this?
oh, they absolutely do.
Okay.
Yeah, they absolutely do. Yeah, we've exchanged some emails with them and stuff, and they
Okay.
we tried to get them to come on the show to talk about the label and all. And they just don't want to. I guess they're happy that we're just promoting the stuff, and
Okay.
they probably curse us a little bit every time we do a show, and then people go to their website and they start ordering, and they get sold out of everything. I don't know.
One guy packaging up CDs going, God damn it.
I don't think they're running a big ship over there, to be honest
No,
with
I don't think they are.
you. No, no. And last, I guess last for today. Well, before I'll look over at my other big stack here, but Van Zant, Johnny Van Zant band.
Yeah.
So this is No More Dirty Deals. I love these albums. These are really, really good.
He had one hit I remember in the 80s. And I can't
Yeah,
remember.
Brickyard Road, which I think was early 90s. It might have been 90 or
Yeah.
91.
Something.
And,
Why am I thinking like Ain't
uh,
No Easy Way Out or I don't know.
I'm trying to think if there was any other singles on these. I don't remember any of these being singles, but or maybe on Last of the Wild Ones. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. The only single I remember him having was Brickyard Road, but these are really good. I've had these for years, years and years. Again, before I really started wondering about the whole Rock Candy thing. And I guess I could probably show a couple more. I got some stuff over here. Hold on. All right, so this is a kind of an interesting band. If you haven't gotten these, I think you would really like these. The band is called Storm. Here's their first album. So it's a rock band with like a female singer, and in fact, the singer and the guitar player are like husband and wife. And here's
Sounds
their
familiar.
second album, Storm 2. And because I know you like Pat Benatar so much, I think you would really dig this. There's like totally like a Pat Benatar meets like Blondie meets Sweet and Queen thing going on here. Very
Okay.
cool. Very quirky stuff. Some of it really rocks. Some is kind of just kind of like new wavy, fun, cool. Very, very good stuff. I think you would dig those. Did we talk about? No, I don't think we talked about Target. So we mentioned the Cobra album, which was the first major release for Jimmy Jamison with this band. Well, that band broke up. Oh, wait, no, this one was, I'm sorry, Target was first. So the band Target came first. So this is a different band he was in before Cobra. And they have the two albums captured.
Southern Rocky though, right?
I wouldn't even call it Southern Rocky. I would call it like Bad Company or Free. It's
Oh,
like
okay.
Paul Rogers, bluesy, hard rock stuff. Very, very good. You almost wouldn't even know that was him singing on it because he's got this Paul Rogers thing going on. And like I said, I may have shown these briefly, but I didn't talk about them. Export. So this band features Steve Morris, not Steve Morse, but Steve Morris, who was the guitar player in Ian Gillan's solo band after he left Deep Purple in the late 80s. This is really good, just hard rock. And the singer, like I was telling Jamie before we started taping, the singer sounds like a cross between J.Y. James Young from Styx and Bernie Shaw from Uriah Heep. Very, very good stuff. Really, really solid. And I guess that's probably it. There's other stuff here. I do want to mention another. Well, you know what? I'm not going to mention because I'm going to be doing a show on it, but I was going to
Right.
mention another one here. So, but yeah, lot of good stuff. The White Sister kicks ass. I did a show on that the other day. So, but yeah, I picked up the Helix stuff. I got the autograph stuff. Did you get the Meridian?
No,
Oh, hold
I
on. But
showed you everything I got.
okay,
I'm
well,
just
hold on.
wondering what my favorite album is that I got that I never heard before prior.
Oh,
It
and
might be the
what is it?
Cobra. It might be the Cobra.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, this folks, don't sleep on this. This is great. Big, heavy, crunchy guitars, amazing vocals, very memorable songs, and it
Yeah.
rocks. It totally rocks. All right, I got more, Jamie. See, we'll be doing this.
God, you have over 100 of these?
I don't know. I haven't counted, but probably. All right, so you remember Phil Collins before he joined Def Leppard? Well, he was in a band called Girl. That's their first album, which is called what is this called? Sheer Greed. Very kind of it's kind of like new wave of British heavy metal, but kind of more punky, right? Very fun.
Okay.
And then Wasted Youth was the other album. So again, this is right before he joined Def Leppard. Got that. Then there's two from the band Spies, which features a couple guys from Foreigner going and doing a kind of like it's kind of proggy, kind of pop rock type of thing. So we got Behind Enemy Lines and Spies, self-titled. The band Sheriff, which is very much kind of like melodic rock AOR. They look ridiculous, but it's really, really cool stuff. And Meridian, Lost in the Wild. This is total pop rock. Excellent, excellent album. Really kind of like Jafria-ish type of stuff. I talked about the what was the other one that I talked about the other day? Drawing a blank now. Whatever. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. But this is really good. And then Only Child is also very good. Again, kind of like Jafria-ish. It's kind of from that mid 80s kind of
Yeah, I
period.
think I remember sampling that one.
Yeah, it's very good. Like it quite a bit. So yeah, there's more, but I'll leave it at that because
Yeah, I was telling Pete before the show, I was thinking of keeping all these on a separate shelf, but you don't want half your docking over there and the other half over there, and that just doesn't make sense.
no, it
But
doesn't.
it does look cool when all the red skulls are next to one another.
I will say though, between all the damn shows I've been doing Rock Candy Centered, it's almost like I should put these all in one spot, right? Easy to find that way. But
Right, until the craze is over, at least.
yeah, I know, right? It's
But will it be over ever?
probably not. There's still many more to get, right?
Yeah.
Collect them all. I mean, the crazy thing is you go on the website and there's like tons and tons of stuff up there, but all the ones that are out of print are not on there.
Yeah,
You
that's
got to
what I
go
don't
find them
get.
somewhere
Yeah,
else.
and I Googled full list rock candy CDs. It's hard to get it.
Yeah. I wish
So
what
I
they
go
would
on,
do was list everything they've ever released. And if it's out of print, just say out of print, but leave it up there.
yeah, so
Can't
I can
buy it.
go on eBay and look for it.
Yeah. I'm sure if
I
we
go on eBay and I put in rock candy record CD and just see what comes up.
can see what comes up. I'm sure if we bugged them, they would probably give us a list of everything they ever released. If
Right.
they respond to us, then that is. But yeah, a lot of good
They
stuff
may
though.
hate us. Hey, we're
I think
putting a
deep down,
roof over their head.
I think deep down inside they love us, but yeah, it's I'm sure we're making life difficult for them because I mean, it's
Yeah.
not just us, folks. A lot of viewers have jumped on this bandwagon too. If you don't believe me, go to Jamie's Let's Get Physical page on Facebook and see all the people who are constantly talking about and buying these things. So it's
Yeah. Yeah.
cool.
So, all right. I hope you enjoyed that. And I I don't know how many more rock candy shows will appear, but I just wanted to get in my 2 cents. So I'm done. I'm done with the rock candy stuff,
For
I
now, for
promise.
now.
So check us out on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube all together all the damn time. Pete, what you got coming up that you want to talk about? Anything?
Let's see. So tomorrow, like I mentioned, we've got the Trillion album ranking with Grant and myself, and then I'll be doing a separate episode. I'll be ranking the albums of a very obscure prog band from the 70s called Satin Whale. People are probably like, Satin who? They got 5 albums. I'm going to be ranking them as I like them. So that's coming up on on Sunday. We have Monsters Day next week, don't we?
Crept up already, yeah.
Yes. So
Big monsters,
we're going to be
giant
talking
monsters.
about couple of our some of our favorite giant monster films and try to talk about stuff we haven't spoken about before. So yeah, if you like big giant monsters, silly monsters, rubber monsters, whatever, special effects, stop motion, whatever, big monster movies, giant monster movies, that's what we're gonna be talking about on the Monsters Den next week. So stay
All
tuned
right.
for that. And
Hit the like button. You want to say all that shit? Hit the
yeah,
like button, the
please subscribe
Ko-fi.
if you haven't already and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as a post. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Yeah, all the links to the Ko-fi and the Cameo. Thank you, Nikki Sofian, for the Cameo request today. That was fun. And merch, you can get your Sea of Tranquility shirts and gear and all that kind of stuff. Although I don't know if this one's still available. I think this is one of the ones that have been discontinued. We don't seem to have a lot
Or
up
so
there.
I hear it's going for like $70 on eBay now.
Yeah, you never know. Yeah, so yeah, so you know how it goes. Ones that don't sell, we don't offer anymore. So if you missed out, you missed out. But yeah, and we'll see. I guess we'll see you in 2 weeks back here for another review crew episode, which Jamie will have a new crew, right? With
I
new,
sure hope so.
yeah.
We'll see. And I hope to talk about some new releases because there's a lot of cool new
Oh
releases
my
coming
God,
out
stuff is
between
coming out.
now and that show. A lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, there's a
So
lot coming out. It's crazy right now. I have a stack sitting in front of me. I have a whole bunch coming in. I'm like, oof, man.
I was thinking of doing Castle Rat when I get it, but you already did it, so I might as well do something else that you didn't talk about because I'm going
Well,
to
you
have a
can
lot.
always offer your thoughts on it too. That's what
Yeah,
it's about. Because how many people have not watched my review, but will watch the review crew? Probably
true.
quite a few. So
True. All right.
it's worth it. It's always worth getting the extra commentary on some of these albums. And that album deserves it, quite frankly. It's really good. So yeah. So we'll see you guys next time. I won't be on, but you'll see Jamie and a crew in 2 weeks on the review crew, and we'll see you guys tomorrow for ranking the albums. Remember, there's 2 episodes. One at 10, one at 10:30 probably. So stay tuned for that and more with Jamie Laszlo and Pete Pardo. See you later. Take care. Bye-bye.